So you guys know how I said during my D3 intro that I wanted to go up a series by the end of the year? That has already happened. I got asked to race in a D2 race here at Vegas 30 minutes before the race and a couple minutes before qualifying. I said yes. That is one goal that I set at the beginning of this whole series that is now accomplished. Another thing about this video that you guys are going to see is I forgot to make sure my audio was working correct. So, you guys are getting a voiceover because my mic wasn't on. So, have fun with that. It's going to be a lot more boring. You're going to hear my voice a lot more. No subtitles, just me talking. Alright, so now we're into qualifying, which I was just talking about. D2 does qualifying and D3 does not do qualifying. So I'm not used to this at all. It is one shot qualifying, so I'm kind of scared. I try to get through turns 1 and 2 without the speedometer and everything, but I just can't do it. I really need to see how fast I'm going. I can't just eyeball it on the track because Vegas is a legitimate skill track, which helps me in the long run. But here we go. For the first and only lap I get when one shot qualifying, I go to the high side for turns 1 and 2, and it works really well. I get speed out of the corner, but I do tap the wall and I slide down the slanted back straightaway, which I was not prepared for. So I go into turns 3 and 4 extremely slow, and that's what makes my qualifying run a lot slower than other guys' runs. My time was like a 26-ish seconds, so it put me in P4. So now we get to the race here, and I get a good start. I'm with the pack. This is a lot better than D3, and now it's really a lot better than D3. I do get tagged a little by the 00, and then the 97 slides him and the 00 up into me. So I'm still in P4, trying to fight for third. 54 gives the 97 a bump. I try and split the middle, but it almost works. I get tagged by the 97, so I'm still in P4. The 54 gains 2 positions into P3. So now I have to try and figure out a good line here. The high line was working in qualifying, so I go sort of up there, but I'm still not used to the slanted back straightaway at Vegas. So I'm going into this corner again, really slow like I did in qualifying, and the 97 gets the outside of me. I don't clear him out of the corner, but since I have that inside line through the front straightaway, I'm able to clear him into the corner. But I go to the way high side, not thinking what the 97 is going to do. He obviously goes to the inside, but I finally figure out what to do in the back straightaway to stay straight. 97 dives it in, but has to brake so he doesn't hit me. So I'm able to squeak through it and get into P4 comfortably. So now I have to chase down this front group. Cut a couple laps ahead, and now I'm right behind the 00. 54 and 26 are battling a lot up there. 54 makes a huge mistake, and now I'm right behind the 00. Now I make a move to the inside, and it works. I'm able to stick it. I do hit him a little bit, but now I'm leading into the corner, but I get tagged by the 00. We both go up into the wall, and the 97 passes both of us. So I hurt the 00's positions, and I stay in P4. So now I have to chase down this 97 again. And just like in qualifying in the laps before, I'm at the bottom of the back straightaway, so I don't have a good entrance, and he pulls away. So I'm going to skip another lap, and I'm right back up behind the 97. Luckily, I'm able to rip the high line. He has not too great of a corner, and I'm able to slip right up behind him here, and he's sliding down the track. I'm not. That gives me a great entrance into the corner. He slides up to the track again, and I'm able to go underneath him and clear him out of the corner. And now I have to go and gain on the top two. What I don't realize is the 97 is still faster than me because I don't understand the line yet. So I'm getting hit from behind. Luckily, I'm not sliding all over the place in the corners. But again, I get hit by the 97 because I'm going really slow through the corners right now. But it's actually helping me. I just gained probably half a second on these top two. So I'm kind of studying what line I'm using. at the same time defending the 97, and then again I gain in this corner again on the top two. So now I've actually pulled away from the 97. I try this line again, and it works really well. I'm on the way low side, and I gain even more on the top two. So now I'm right behind him. Now I can try and make a move on one of them. The 54 goes up the track, but I don't have a great corner. I do get a run, but I had to hit the brake, and that allows him to cut me off. So now he's all over the place because he's sliding. He sends it on the 26, and they go into the wall. I get to pass him, and I go into the lead for my first D2 race. Little do I know, this caution is going to come out, and it's for a good reason because the 54 is going crazy in the back right now. He flies behind me, but I have no clue this is happening. I didn't get to know until after the race. So now I am going through turns 3 and 4. We have to finish the lap for positions. So I get to be in P1, and this is not where I expected to be. So now for this next restart, I am starting in P1. I don't get the best of starts on this restart though, but I am able to stay on the inside of the 26, and I'm able to slide up the track and clear him, get in front of him. This is where this race gets a little boring, but it's amazing for me. The 00 sends it on the 26, and they clear out behind me. I get about a second ahead of everyone, and I eventually get about 1.5 seconds ahead of everyone. But I'm just kind of cruising right now. Don't look at the leaderboard right now. It's not very accurate at the time, but I am close to about a second ahead of everyone currently. I'm just riding around. I'm still trying to figure out the best line here, but I've got a pretty good idea of what the line is. So now we cut to 14 to go. This number 4 car has been consistently gaining about a tenth of a second every lap. He was, just like I said, a second and a half behind me about 12 laps ago. Now he's 2/10 of a second behind me. He's a couple car lengths away. I get out of this corner well enough that I'm able to separate myself and him a little bit, but it's still 2/10 of a second. So he's still in my screen, and that scares me because I am having anxiety run through my head right now because I have no clue what he's going to be able to pull off, and I'm not used to this D2 racing. He wall rides though, which isn't supposed to be allowed in this race. I don't think they saw it, and he got away with it. So now he's on my back bumper. I slow down and let him hit me, but he's able to get an amazing run out of the corner compared to me. I hit the wall. He's just on the inside of me, so I'm freaking out here. I'm trying to save it. He dives it in, and Roblox physics helped me a lot in that moment. I drift through the corner, and I am able to get to stay in P1. I'm not paying attention here because I forget you have to complete the next lap. Again, this is my second race in this entire league. I forget you have to race back to the line because the caution came out after I had already crossed the line, so we had to do another lap. So this 54 catches up, and I actually got a little scared here, but I got through the corner perfectly fine. So now, again, I'm starting in P1 for the restart, which is great. So I'm now side by side with my teammate, actual team owner. During that caution, I was telling him, please let me get this win. It would be such a great storyline to have if a newcomer in the D2 series won his first D2 race on a legitimate skill track. And luckily, he messes everyone up in the back. So I'm able to, just like that last restart, I'm able to fly away from everybody. I'm about a half a second ahead of everyone now, and I'm gaining just a little bit here, but I don't have a great corner there, and they're able to catch up to me a little bit on this lap, and they stay about a half a second behind me for 3 to 4 laps, and then what we're coming up to, I'm going to skip here to 5 laps to go. They get about 2/10 of a second behind me. 54 is a car length behind, and the 4 is on his inside. I slow down a lot, and the 54 goes way up the track. The 4 is on the inside of him. I am freaking out right now because I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this or not. I'm just trying to get through my corners as well as I can. I go slow through turns 3 and 4, and the 54 catches a lot in that corner. I have to slow down again out of the corner, and he gains even more. So now, 4 laps to go. He's even closer than he was last lap, and he stays as close as he was through the corner. And now he's gaining, he's gaining in turns 3 and 4. He is right there. If he can get the power down, he'll get to the inside of me, but he doesn't. I'm able to rip on the middle lane, outside lane, but again, he's even closer this time around. So now I am going as fast as I can. I'm not really even breaking through the corners anymore. I'm just letting off, but he's still right behind me into turns 3 and 4. I go to the low side to block. I go up to where he's trying to go. I block him again out of the corner. I have a huge run for some reason, but I will take it. Now I create a little more space than I did in the last lap. 54 goes high, and the 4 goes to the inside of him and slows both of them down, and this lets me get away from both of them. Lets me get comfortable again. The 4 absolutely sends it on the 54 again, and the 4 gets ahead, but they slow each other down again. White flag is now out. I am freaking out in my mind. How am I going to win this race? There's no reason I should have won this race, but at the same time, I absolutely dominated the race. I can't believe this is happening. I get to this back straightaway, still don't see anybody. Into turns 3 and 4, still don't see anybody. I'm freaking out. I can't believe that I just won my race. Out of the corner, I am going to cross the line to finish in first place in my first D2 race. I cannot believe it. Well, that race didn't go as expected, but in a very good way. Obviously, I was not expecting to get a win in this first race of D2, but it happened, and I'm so glad it did, because now I'm locked into the playoffs for D2 after just one race, which is crazy to me. And now I have really good experience on this game and what these tracks are like in this game. So now I can take that into D3 and possibly, hopefully, maybe win a championship. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be amazing. I hope you guys are here to enjoy the series and watch through all of it. I really hope this is fun for you guys. It's been fun for me so far. But I will see you guys for the D3 race here in a couple days.